Dear students, today we will do chapter 5, Adaptations in Plants. Already we have done adaptations in plants, in some plants, in our previous video. Now we will start with the topic adaptations in aquatic plants. Dear children, you know the aquatic plants are the plants which grow in water. Now these aquatic plants are of three types: floating plants, fixed plants, and underwater plants. What are adaptations in floating plants? Means how floating plants have adapted to grow in water. First point, these plants float on water. Second, they are light in weight. Means they float on water because they are light in weight. Third, they have spongy stem. This spongy stem also helps the plant to float in water. Next point, they do not have fixed roots. Their roots are not fixed at the bottom of water body and the plants keep floating. Next point, stomata are present on the upper surface of leaves. Examples of floating plants are duckweed and water hyacinth. Now, what are adaptations in fixed plants? First point, they are fixed at the bottom of water body. Second point, they have long hollow stem. Hollow means empty inside. Third point, they have broad leaves. Next, the leaves have waxy coating. Means leaves are covered with a wax-like coat, a wax-like liquid around the leaves. Next point, stomata are on the upper side of leaves. Examples of fixed plants are lotus and water lily. Underwater plants. How underwater plants adapt to survive in water? First point, they grow underwater. Means the plant remains inside the water. Second point, these plants have narrow ribbon-like leaves. Third point, leaves do not have stomata. Next point, they breathe through their body surface. This means the plant takes breathe through the body surface, through all the parts of plant because stomata are absent. Next point, they do not bear flowers. Roots absorb nutrients directly from the soil. Because plant is present under the water, roots are present in the soil at the bottom of water body. So these roots absorb nutrients directly from the soil. Examples of underwater plants are pondweed and tape grass. Next topic is adaptation in non-green plants. Now, what are these non-green plants? Non-green plants are the plants which are not green in color. Now, what are their characteristics? First, non-green plants do not have chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is absent in non-green plants. Second point, these plants do not make their own food. This means they cannot make their food by the process of photosynthesis. because they do not have chlorophyll. Third point, they depend on other dead plants and animals. This means non-green plants depend on other plants and animals for their food. They cannot make their own food, so they take their food from other plants and animals. These plants are also called saprophytic plants. Examples of non-green plants are Indian pipe and coral root. Types of non-green plants. Non-green plants are of two types: parasitic plants and insectivorous plants. Parasitic plants are those plants which take food from other plants and animals. Now, what are characteristics of parasitic plants? First, these plants cannot make their own food. Second, they live on other plants to get their nutrition from them. Means they take nutrition from other plants. They take food from other plants. Third point, they harm the plant on which they grow and feed. This means parasitic plants get food from some other plant. That other plant is called host plant. Now this parasitic plant is harmful for the host plant because it takes most of the food from the host plant, so that host plant may not grow well. Next point, they do not have leaves. Examples are dodder and mistletoe. Insectivorous plants. You might have heard about the plants which eat insects. So plants which eat insects are called insectivorous plants. Plants also eat insects. Some plants also eat insects. These are called insectivorous plants. Now, why do they eat insects? These plants grow in marshy areas. Marshy area means where soil is always wet. Soil is damp. So plants cannot get nitrogen from the soil. They grow in nitrogen deficient soil. They grow in the soil where less nitrogen nutrient is present. So to get nitrogen, plants eat insects. Nitrogen is essential for the growth of plant. So to get nitrogen, plants eat insects. Now how do they eat insects? They eat insects because their leaves are modified to trap insects. Leaves of insectivorous plants are modified to catch insects. Examples are Venus flytrap and pitcher plant. In case of Venus flytrap, leaves of plant get folded. When insects sit on the leaf of Venus flytrap, these get folded and plant and insect is trapped inside the leaf. In case of pitcher plant, leaf of pitcher plant is changed to pitcher-like structure. Leaf of pitcher plant is changed to pitcher-like structure. When insect sits over that leaf, it falls inside the pitcher and lid of the pitcher gets closed. So this way insect is trapped. Later on, insect is digested by the plant by some enzymes. So this way insectivorous plants eat insects.